My name is BioZVenom, the dog in the bowl. I hope y'all had a great holiday and a happy new year. I was featured in a previous video for Mash and Zero's 2024 Group Selections Game of the Year. I was Bio the human, but now I'm Bio the dog again because of the fact that, I'm in my home area and the witch's curse is still active here. It's not active when you go somewhere else apparently, but it's only active when you come home. Sucks. But I am here to give you my 5 games for the year of 2024, and I hope some of you would agree. So, starting at number 5, it is Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. Now, you may be wondering, why is this number 5 and not number 1? Simple. The story mode kinda sucks ass, and I take great pride in having Game of the Year having the best story ever told. And unfortunately, Dragon Ball Z story has been repeated multiple times throughout media and video games, and not even the what if shows, not shows, but stories could not save it. But honestly, to me, it had great visual, and the fighting mechanics was great. The beam clash is nostalgia from my high school days. Seeing all my favorite fighters, even new fighters, Goku Black, Gohan Black, come on, let's be real. And that's only a story exclusive, but I digress. Still fun to fight him. But overall, they did have some interesting stories that I did like. I just wish it was told better through, I don't know, cutscenes maybe, and not 3D visual novels technically. But yeah, that is my pick for number 5. For number 4, it would be... Honestly, I don't know if this would be considered because I did value story, but this one doesn't have story. This one has pure chaos, which is Mario Party Jamboree. And as everyone knows, the fabled story told by all, that Mario Party ruined friendships, and yes, indeed it does. It will always ruin friendship, no matter how much loyalty you may have to your friends, you will still want to come out number 1. In this case, my fun chaotic mode was playing with this one friend of mine. Let's just say at the end of the game, I ended up stealing 2 stars and having the highest coin. And mind you, 2 of those stars were given to me by Bowser of all people. He had them locked up in the one of these maps that had it closed off in the area. When you land on a Bowser space, right? Bowser will take your items and lock them away on this Bowser map. And if you know the key combination to unlocking the gate, you will get them all back. And luckily, I had guessed 2 of them in one go, which I think the game rigged it in my favor, but not sure to this day. But it was hilarious that it was the last turn, and I was able to guess the password, and was able to get 2 stars and all the coins there, winning the whole entire game. But regardless of that, it's still amazing, it's still fun, especially the online play, where I believe you can have up to 20 characters, probably more, I think it's more. But regardless, online mode is fun, it's always a gem and chaotic to play with your friends. Oh, and there is also a co-op mode where you don't have to beat up your friends to be number 1. You can all be number 1 when you face off Bowser in this Mario Party battle mode. I know I said mode twice, but it's mode within a mode. But it's fun time for all around. Coming in at number 3 is Tekken 8. Now, this one does actually have a story, and it had an amazing story. Well, not an amazing story, but the story nonetheless it had a good transition from fighting into story. It follows the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode, where you will just you'll do the storyline, and then you initiate a fight, and then after the fight you do the storyline again. I like that. It's good transitional storytelling. Great story. Again, good times to take your friends into the Tekken lab, train together, get your ass kicked by each other, rank up in the ranks. But more importantly, the toxicity amongst friends when you're trying to beat them at this one character moveset and that they can't do anything else. All they can do is be swept. And that's all I did. Sweep, sweep, sweep as Kazuya or Jin. Those are my characters. Well, not Jin per se, but Devil Jin. For all you people who know about Devil Jin. You can all hate me. I know. I hate myself sometimes. But regardless, beautiful art, beautiful 3D models. Story mode, definitely enjoy the story. Especially the arcade endings. My favorite one will always be Kazuya being a sneakerhead. Technically, I'm spoiling it, but technically the game's been out for a year now. If you haven't played it, I'm sorry, but you also had a year to play it. And Kazuya being a sneakerhead was leaked earlier in the year, so that's how I found out. I enjoy it. I know they released the DLC explaining how Heihachi survived somehow. Heihachi's back somehow. But overall, I like the fact that it's been taken from the Mortal Kombat storytelling, and I hope Tekken 9 will have something similar again, if there is a Tekken 9. Now, for my last two picks, coming in number 2, it is Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, for reasons why that is my number 2, well, to be honest, it's more Shadow lore, more Shadow content. Shadow the Hedgehog is the fucking GOAT in this series. Well, I guess you could say in the series. I was gonna say for this game, he's the GOAT. Like, man, is he overpowered. But I like the fact that they were retelling his origins. You got to know more about Shadow the Hedgehog from creation till now. And they also released like these technically movies, but not really animated episodes of why is Shadow going to the moon and stuff. Like, it's basically the prologue to Sonic X Generation. It's showing how he got there in the first place, and it goes by his perspective, that whole timey-wimey mess. And I just like the fact that, you know, Shadow gets closure. Honestly, he gets closure in the series with Maria, Professor Ivo, and if you haven't seen Sonic 3 yet, oof, chef kiss. But the reason why it comes number 2, mainly for me, is because they brought back my boy, Mephiles the Dark. Motherfucker came back for this show, for this game, as a secret boss, and he had dialogue. He had fucking dialogue. That means 06. Even though it's a hot garbage game, Mephiles the Dark was still a fucking great character. And 06 pretty much written himself out of the timeline. The fact that Mephiles still exists outside the timeline means there's hope that Sega might bring him back for a future game. And a better game that I hope one day. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Because Sega's been pretty much churning out good games so far. Sonic Frontiers, Sonic X Shadow, and Sonic 3 the movie, even though that's not really the Sega team, but you know, it was inspired by them. Now, for my final pick, which is the number 1 game of the year in my heart, and the criteria that I normally look for number 1 picks of game of the years, is definitely the story. If you don't have a great story, why are you game of the year? Looking at you, Astro Boy. Even though I think you had story. I don't know. I haven't played. Maybe I shouldn't judge. But I'm judging nonetheless. Because it's a platformer. But regardless, my number 1 game of the year is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, we all know this is a remaster of Final Fantasy VII. But honestly, at this fucking point, it's really a reimagining of how Final Fantasy VII went down. You got Sephiroth messing with the timelines again. And things are playing out differently. And while Nomura is technically behind this weird plot going on, and it has some elements of Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I got to say, I think he's cooking. He has to be cooking. Because I am locked the fuck in right now with the plot. I need to know when the third game's released, and I need to judge it fully, wholly. And I know it doesn't make sense right now, because I said fully, wholly. It's not really a full game yet, until the third game comes out. The third part comes out, really. We had Final Fantasy Remaster. We had Final Fantasy Rebirth. What is the third one? What will be the third title? Will it be Reborn? No, I mean Rebirth is Reborn. Yeah, no. Revitalize? No, that doesn't even sound right. Reimagining sounds good, but I doubt he's gonna be reimagining. What is a re? There has to be a re. We'll get back. We'll put a pin on this. I thought I should have came up with a line, but I don't have a line. We'll come back to this one day. But great combat system. Beautiful fucking graphic. Granted, it's on the PS5 for now, but when it's, I think by the time of the recording is released, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be on PC, and the graphics will be even more amazing. But I'm telling you now, boss battles galore. My only slight complaint for Final Fantasy Rebirth is that the fact that it has too many fucking mini games, and I hope the third game not have that many mini games, which is odd because I just said Mario Party Jamboree was my fourth pick, and I love the chaos behind it. I did not like the chaos behind this mini game because obviously this is a single player game and it can't cause mayhem. I can only get rewards from playing these mini games that are so hard to beat, and I'm a completeness. I'm trying to 100% it, and it's hard because of these fucking mini games getting in my way. Tifa, Cloud, Aerith, Barrett. I want to say Cade 6? Why am I forgetting his name? Is it Cade 6? No. I forgot the dog's name. Wow, how did I forget the dog's name? The Final Fantasy dog name? Oh my god, it's Red 13. Oh, why did I forget his name? Oh, he was pretty good. Wow, I did play as him a lot. I just forgot his name. I guess I don't acknowledge that his name is Red 13. But I never named him. Oh, his name was on Yuki. Something Yuki. I'm not going to repeat it because I didn't like that name. I didn't like the voice after. Whatever. But combat's amazing. There's one minigame I did like, and that's Queen's Blade. Just a great game. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Only on crack. Well, it's not really Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's definitely on crack, because I enjoyed every minute beating those players for their cards. Oh, yeah. Hey, sure, they suffered. But, once again, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Amazing game. And is why I have picked it for number 1. Combat system is amazing. The retelling of the story is amazing. Graphics are amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait for part 3. Whatever. It has to be a whatever, read something. Resufixion. Whatever, we'll go with that. Resufixion. Don't know what that means. I like the sound of it. Resufixion Part 3. Final Fantasy VII. Resurrection. There you go. Oh, yeah. Resurrection makes sense. No, but then we got Rebirth. No. Rebirth, Resurrection, Reborn. They all mean the fucking same. Maybe he's not a re. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Regardless, it's my number 1 pick. And I hope it is yours too. So, going over again. Dragon Ball Z, Barking Zero. Number 4, Mario Party Jamboree. Number 3, Tekken 8. Number 2, Sonic X Shadow Generations, and number 1, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I do want to make an honorable mention to Marvel Rivals because it came out December, and I would have put that at number 3 instead. But I do want to make that honorable mention to Marvel Rivals. They are straight up cooking with that game, net easy. Make my fucking money, as you always do, because I love buying the fucking skins. You know why, all you gooners out there, you know fucking why you buy Marvel Rival skins for certain characters. You know why. I wish I could zoom in right now and stare you down, you motherfuckers back at home. Marvel Rivals, honorable mentions, you all know. And I have been BioZVenom, the dog in your bowl. Wow, the dog in your bowl. The dog in the bowl. Have a good night, y'all. And thank you again for having me this moment, Zero and Mash. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Can't wait to see your top 5, maybe top 10 picks. I'll catch you next time. BioZ out.